going on, everybody? Welcome to After Prison Show, and today we're going to be doing some prison cooking. Today we're going to be cooking one of Dave's favorite jail recipes. This is going to be ramen noodle soup prison cooking. Probably could have said that a little better.
We'll call it Dave's infamous log.
Today we're going to be cooking one of Dave's favorite prison meals, or jail meals. This was one of his favorite meals to be cooking while he was just serving the year that he did. And this is going to be a ramen noodle log.
Yeah, that's what we call it. Like, what you trying to do tonight? I don't know, bro. You got.
I ain't got nothing, man. Can I get in the car, though?
Hey, Cody, you trying to get down?
Hey, anybody got any beans left off their tray? I ain't got no commissary.
Look, bro, this isn't a help out the needy meal.
But I'm needy and I need some help.
Bro, go draw a card. Hey, look, I need a birthday card, a Mother's Day card. I need a card for the dude they call Sunshine. He was real nice to me.
I can do that. I can create all those cards.
Bet.
And if I create those, I can eat with you.
Yeah.
I need a piece of paper and a pencil. You got?
Golly, boy, put you on my taxes.
So again, today we're going to be doing some prison cooking. And before we got into this, we were having a conversation, me and Dave were, and I said, it would be really funny if you did this entire video in the voice of Little Sweet from Dr. Pepper.
The sweet one.
Oh my God, that is probably the funniest thing that I've heard or seen all day. But Dave, let's go ahead and move on with this. Let's talk about what we're going to be cooking, what we're going to need to cook, and let's showcase some of the ingredients that we've got right here.
As we already said, this is going to be a ramen noodle base. What we're doing is I'm going to take these ramen noodles. 6 ramen noodles should make enough so me, him, Cody can eat and we can throw some away. And everything else is either going to go in this thing or on top of it. And
probably something you shouldn't say while locked up.
It's going to go in or on top. It's your choice.
So what else do we got here? We've got 6 ramen noodle soups.
This is what's crazy. In jail, we would have used a hot pickle. The jalapenos actually come in like this little pack. We got some summer sausage, actually salami. In jail, we got salami, we got turkey, and we got beef. We got some refried beans, some chili, some cheese, and some rice. Also, the chili would come in a pouch. They don't want you to, this is a weapon.
Matter of fact, Terry just told us a story
about a dude getting his freaking
face cut open.
His smile enlarged.
Yeah, using a can. I guess back in the day when
Terry... Oh, yeah. They used to, sardine cans where you get the key and you got to roll it?
Yeah.
That was what they used to come in. Mm. And because of incidents like what Terry talked about, now everything comes in a pouch.
Right. So we got refried beans, chili, rice, cheese, and what else do we got?
We got cheddar sour cream. Is just my favorite.
So you could get cheddar and sour cream chips while you were locked up.
Yep. But for some reason, in jail they're called sour cream and cheddar.
That's how cheap they are. They have to put the name backwards. But the only reason I'm even holding this bag up right now is because I didn't even notice, but there's like a little smiley face right here. And I guess if you go like... Does it look right?
It almost fits. There you go.
If you ever see somebody smiling at you with this many teeth in the shot while you're locked up,
just hit this face. You just like,
hey, I'm gonna go ahead and go this way. What you looking at? That is actually kind of scary.
Is that all you back there? Yeah.
It is.
Good game.
What the? Hey! All right, so we've got our cheddar and sour cream chips, and we also have one other kind of chip. What do we got here?
We got jalapeno Cheetos. Now, the deal with the jalapeno Cheetos, as you know, you add water to a Cheeto, it pretty much disappears. But the cheese doesn't.
Right.
And it just adds a lot of flavor to the mix.
Now, you could get the cheddar and jalapeno.
Yeah, that's the only kind of Cheetos they had. Actually, I think they had the regular, too.
It would make sense that they had the regular as well.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
it? Wouldn't it? Or wouldn't it, Joe?
I mean,
that's sweet. The majority of this is going to go inside this log. The chili, we're going to put over the top. Some cheese will be on top. And the sour cream and cheddar, we're just going to crush these up just a little bit and put it on top so we'll have a nice little topping to go with this thing.
So this thing's actually going to look pretty presentable.
Yeah, dude.
And if you think about this, I don't know if you've ever seen many cooking shows. They've got Chopped. They've got Master Chef. I mean,
Bon appetit.
Bong bong.
Bon appetit.
Oh, is that a real show?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. But every time we do a cooking video here for After Prison Show, I'm always thinking about those type of TV shows right there. You know, not only do I want to showcase how to make really good prison meals, but I want to show people that these things can actually look almost like a work of art.
Oh, man. The majority of the time, like if you get up with guys, and you know this, if you get up with guys and y'all are going to cook it, you know.
Pump and break, sweet one. You just said if you get up.
Did you just call me the sweet one?
That's what. But getting back on track, we're going to make this thing look really, really presentable.
So have you ever ate these before?
Not whole, straight out of the pack like that. There's some other things that we're going to need as well, right? We need to talk about.
Absolutely. We need We need non-scented garbage bags. Actually, we just need one.
So we're gonna need a garbage bag for this meal as well, because that's what Dave's gonna be cooking a lot of the ingredients in. You can see we've got a clear bag right here, and most of the time while locked up, I mean, this is gonna be the kind of trash bag that's gonna be available to you.
Yeah, sometimes you get the black bags, but most of the time you cook in these, and it helps because then everybody knows what is in the bag.
Well, not only that, but in the jail or in the prison, you know, whenever they take out the trash, you know, the guards can see right in the bag if there's anything crazy in there, or at least it gives them a little bit more of a visual idea of what guys who are locked up are throwing away. So what's the first thing we need to do?
All right, the first thing, this is the fun part. You don't happen to have like a Ziploc bag, do you?
As a matter of fact, I do.
First thing we're gonna need to do is crush up these noodles. All right, but to make this thing, it's not the normal crushing. We got to do some damage to this thing. And when I say damage, we're going to do some damage.
So usually when I'm making prison meals, I'm smacking the ramen noodles on the ground to crush them up. But in this case, to make this meal that Dave's going to make, he tells me that these noodles, they have to be pretty much crushed up to a fine dust. So is this going to be crushed up enough right here?
Yeah, that's fine.
So as you guys can see right here, this is about as crushed up as we've got these noodles. And Dave's saying that this is going to be crushed up enough. I thought we had to get it to a fine dust.
It's better, but this will work.
So this will work?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, while you do that, I'm going to go ahead and crush up some more noodles for you. I'm going to do some prep work for you, Dave. Try to help you out here. Because if we was locked up and we was cooking together.
Oh yeah, I ain't going to cook for you.
What you mean you ain't going to cook for me?
Unless you paying for everything, and I cook and eat. But I'm not putting nothing in it.
Yeah, I've done that. As a matter of fact, you know, when I was in prison and I was doing really well toward the end of my prison sentence, I never cooked nothing. I had guys who would actually cook for me, and they didn't put anything in. That one's ready to rock and roll. I'm going to hold this open for you. So we're going inside the trash bag with our first ramen noodle soup. And again, you want to make sure if you're going to do it just like the way we're doing it, you do not want to be using a scented trash bag. So with as many soups as we're using for this meal, I mean, this would feed
Probably
4 guys.
Probably 4 guys, yeah. That's the normal. If there's 5 people trying to eat, I back out. That's too many guys on one thing.
And you ain't guaranteed to get full with that.
Yeah, exactly. When you cook like this, you're spending so much of your commissary. You're putting so much of your commissary into it. You know, you're putting the whole sausage, you're putting the chili pouch, the cheese, you're putting all that, and the ingredients is what's the most expensive. The chips and the soups is the cheapest of everything.
Right.
It's the ingredients, the pickles, the peppers, buying the onion from the guy in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? That's what starts to raise the cost of making these things.
Right.
So when you do it, you don't want it to be 5, 6, 7 people, because then you don't get full. It ain't worth it. And I usually will. They'll be like, "Oh well, Billie Jean wants to get in too."
And Sunshine trying to get in. He ain't bringing nothing but.
Oh no, I split mine with Sunshine.
What you mean you split yours with Sunshine?
I split.
You split Sunshine, or you split your meal with Sunshine?
Nah, Sunshine was cool, but that's where I draw the line at.
So we got our second soup going in our bag right now. I've got 2 more soups prepped for Dave right there. Are you trying to get fancy now? You're going to try to crush up 2 at the same time?
2 soups at the same damn time. Like right now, we'd have the CD player over in the corner with the toilet paper rolls and the headphones.
If we were in prison. If we were in jail, you would have your little Did you guys have little speaker boxes made for the radios, or would they not work?
They would take them real quick.
Yeah, but did it work? Did it make the music any louder?
Not like if we were doing all this, you wouldn't really be able to hear it and talking and everything. It was cool for like you and your cell if y'all were just laying in the bed. If y'all were just in your cell, laying in your own bunk by yourself, reading your own book by yourself.
I mean, this is a good way to clean it up, Dave, but the damage is done. Let's move on. Let's completely switch gears real quick and talk about where you would actually... Where would you cook this? Would you cook this inside of your cell? Would you cook this at the day room and on a table?
Where this last time?
Yeah.
I would cook it myself. It's 100 people in the pod, man. And you get to cooking stuff, everybody's like, oh, I know you're going to let me get a taste of that. So what you do is you just cook it in your cell during one of the lockdowns.
You do it real quiet so nobody can hear you?
Yeah, and then when the doors pop, pow, and you walk out and you just hand everybody that threw in a bowl and you peel back off to your room and eat your shit and eat your stuff.
But I'm sure you would have a lot of guys who would come up to you and just be like, Dave, I know you cooking something tonight, man. Hey, you got me, man.
I'd be like, yeah, bro, you want a soup?
Yeah, the one that you want to put inside the meal.
You good. Go ahead, you can get that. You don't owe me nothing.
I don't owe you nothing. You got another one.
No. That's how I hit this face. I know they know this face. I'd be like, dude. Yo, bro. Look, man. I gave you a suit, man. Come on, man. What else do you want from me, man?
You got a cup of coffee?
Look, bro. It's 7:30 at night, man.
You got a soda.
Man, here, man. Go ahead, peel out, man.
Hey, Dave just gave me a soup and a soda for $9. Hey, Dave opened like 7-Eleven. Does this bring back memories right here?
God, freaking. With Joe's help, you will never forget where you've been at.
It's good to never forget.
It's damn good.
And we haven't eaten anything today, mind you, so I'm starving. Cody's probably starving. The last time we made a prison meal, Cody wouldn't even eat any of it, right?
Why, Cody?
And I kind of felt a little offended. I was like, damn, Cody don't even want to eat none of this meal. He usually eats, the prison meals that we cook. But then when I was editing the footage and I was looking back on it, I realized I was chopping the beef stick up with my mouth. I was like,
that's how you make it personal.
That's how you make sure nobody's going to ask you for none. 4 soups in here right now. Yeah, I got one more back there I got to crush up.
Don't worry, I got this.
Yeah! Now, do we need to keep any of the ramen soup wrappers for anything? Because I've already thrown most of them away.
These? We would to cut stuff on in jail, but, we're not in jail. I'm going to use the fancy cutting board.
How many seasoning packs will we be putting into this?
Probably just 2. Maybe 1. Dude, there's so much flavor in all of this stuff.
Right.
That is just salt.
That's just cholesterol.
Yeah.
High blood pressure.
Headaches.
Hey, you want me to take over this and you can start on something else?
All right.
Now that you're almost done with this?
Find that funny, do you, Joe?
I thought it was a little humorous.
I just thought about why this is sitting.
What can I be doing?
You can get something and heat some water up.
Okay, so I'm gonna use a Tupperware bowl.
We don't want it real hot because it doesn't need to be real hot. It just needs. I need to be able to stick my finger in it. I don't want it to melt the bag and the bag bust open.
Okay. You need to be able to stick your finger in it.
Like 30 seconds in the microwave.
All right. I don't have a Tupperware, so I'm gonna use the Pyrex.
All right, so that's all the soups. Thank God that's done. I hate doing that. When I would choose not to eat, I tell you what, my cellie used to sit on his top bunk
and crush up
and crush noodles on the bed, and I'm on the bottom bunk.
So you had like little noodles fall on your face?
No, it was just like for like 40 minutes. I almost spit all over you.
Yeah, it sounded actually very suspect too. That sound effect.
But he would take the deodorant lid and he'd just be like, and just drag it across the soups, man, and it would just bother me so bad. I'd be like, dude, can you do that on the ground?
So do we need to add any seasoning packs to this right now before we get?
Yeah, I'm gonna put just one, man.
All right, this is warm, so this ain't hot at all. Is that hot enough? This is definitely not sanitary sticking our fingers in this.
That's fine.
You guys didn't have microwaves in the jail, did you?
No.
So you were just heating stuff up in the sink water.
Yeah. That is
And how hot would the sink water get?
in this jail, it blew my mind.
It was really hot?
Dude, you couldn't touch it.
You remember in Chesapeake, they used to have the 180. Do you remember that?
Yeah, they got rid of that. Chesapeake now has
Microwaves?
yeah. All right, so you want to just add a very little bit of water at a time. Because if you put too much water, then it's ruined. You have to start all over. You know, so you just a little bit of water at a time. Mix it up. See, I want to say it's the start. I don't know. But we're going to turn this into one big flat noodle.
And this is actually going to be able to be rolled.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Without crackers. That's the thing that amazes me the most because, you know, when I make prison meals, crackers are what gives you that dough, that dough consistency where it's going to have some strength where you could actually make it into a base that could be rolled.
Nah, this actually, I learned this time from some old head, my celly. And he could make some stuff that would just blow your mind, dude. His pizzas, like, you would literally, like pick it up and eat it.
And it wouldn't fall apart or nothing.
No. Starting to get its consistency, right? That's the whole... You want to make sure that this thing cooks.
Now, are we going to flatten this out to let it cook?
No, you just want to actually... We're going to have it balled up. Push down on it. Tell me what you feel.
I just feel hard noodles still.
Right. So until, you stop feeling that...
That's when you know it's cooked.
Yeah, that's when you know that you got it to where it should be.
And I'm guessing the reason that, you can make this consistency, this dough-like consistency out of just the noodles without the crackers is because you took the extra time to really crush these things up and to get almost like some dust going on inside of these ramen noodle packs.
Yeah, we basically just turn it back into, what it was before they turned it into noodles.
Right.
I guess this is gonna, what they run through the machine to make noodles. I don't know. I really don't even. What is that? Flour and water? Ain't that what noodles are?
That's probably a little bit more than that.
Dude, the water would get so hot sometimes. Like you'd be doing this, and it would melt the glue at the bottom of the bags. Because sometimes we would cook in the chip bags.
Right.
It would melt the glue at the bottom and it would just push everything. It would just all fall out.
That's pretty impressive to think about that the water coming out of the sink in the jail was that hot. And I can just imagine what it was like in the showers as well.
Dude, the shower was ridiculous. They knew that. The showers were set on like 5-second timers. So it'd be like, psh, and then water would cut off. Because it was that hot. You'd have to jump in and jump out.
You think they did that on purpose to make sure the guys weren't spending like a long time in the showers?
That could be true. That's an idea.
What was your idea?
God, this water's hot. I don't have any ideas. All I'm thinking of is, I wish I could just stand under the water and take a shower. It sucks so bad. It's like, get wet. Ow, that burns. Rinse off. Ow. It sucked. It really was that hot.
All right, so while you're doing this, is there anything else that I should be doing?
Yeah, I guess you can open the refried beans. Open the chili up.
What are we going to do with these? Do we need to heat these up? Are we mixing the refried beans with the rice?
The refried beans is going to get mixed with the rice.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of that first.
You got to cook the rice.
I'm going to cook this rice. I'm going to cook these refried beans, and we're going to mix this together.
Usually, the refried beans and rice come together in a pouch. You cook it. And see, this is why I like this meal, right? Normally, everything you make, the main thing of it is the noodles. Even in the middle, or whatever it is, you got so much noodle. But this thing is going to be spread so thin and rolled, and the middle will be actual rice and meat and cheese. It's really a good meal. It takes a while, but a lot of, when you're cooking swole and you're hooking up with your buddies to do this, it's more about the camaraderie, am I right? It's the hangout.
Well, yeah, it passes time. You know you're going to be eating good.
Yeah.
You're talking, you're kicking the bobo. I mean, it's just a good time.
Yeah, this is when a lot of them stories pop up.
This is definitely war story time when you're cooking.
Yeah, this is...
Hey, I have to tell you about that time I went to Chicago.
Did you have fun?
Oh, God, that's... So we got our rice in this bowl. We've got our refried beans in this little Tupperware. And again, like Dave was saying, you know, when you're locked up, they're going to sell you dehydrated or
freeze-dried,
refried beans and rice. However, out here in the free world, you're going to really have a hard time trying to find you packs of those.
You got to go to the astronaut store.
What, like freaking the Air and Space Center? So let's go ahead and whip up our refried beans and rice right here. All right, refried beans and rice is whipped up, ready to rock and roll. I'm going to go ahead and cut these up.
Well, you go ahead and cut one of them up. I'll help with the other one. I'll cut up the pickle. You don't have any gloves, do you?
I do.
Let me get a glove, because when you cut up a pickle, it turns your fingers green.
I actually keep the gloves right here because we do a lot of prison cooking. We call these the frisky feelers because, you know, when the guards put these on, they're getting ready to do some feeling frisky. I'll go ahead and put a pair on as well. Hey, Joe, why you got latex gloves in your kitchen drawer, though? What y'all be doing in that kitchen? Leave that up to the imagination. Coming back from visit?
What do you want me to do?
Oh, I want you to go ahead and get naked. I didn't mean for you to really do it, though.
Oh, my bad. Did you get a good shot?
Dave, don't ever do that again when I'm taking a sausage out of a wrapper like this.
Let's put a little bit of this pickle juice in with the beans and rice. Do you have any hot sauce? We can get like...
I do. I got Texas beef. Ooh,
Well,
I got that Texas beef, though.
in jail, it's like 15 cents for like a little pack
Of the hot sauce, yeah.
I'm just going to put a little bit in the beans and rice.
We are going to keep this somewhat authentic. I'm going to cut up this sausage with a plastic knife, just like this. And this is something that would be smuggled out of the kitchen if they have these at the facility where you're at. But these, you know, are really good to be using to cut up meat, pickle, anything that you need to cut up for your meal.
Pickle's a must. As y'all have seen in other videos, you got to have pickle. And I cut my pickle a certain way because I like it kind of diced up. So what I do is I'll cut it in half, and then as you can see, I'll cut it in, you know, checkerboard style so that it's easily turned into little baby chunks of pickle. All right, so I'm putting some chopped jalapenos right into this beans and rice. I'm putting some of these pickles right into this beans and rice. We're gonna whip this thing up. You know, the food that they serve you, as you've heard us say a million times, has no flavor. None. It sucks. So like, whatever you got to use to just, when you're cooking this type stuff, whatever you got to use to make, you know, something just, you know, God, I was going to say explode in your mouth, but it just...
That's what you wanted to say.
That's what I was going to say. But you know what I'm saying. You just want it to pop.
In your mouth.
Joe.
I tell you what, cutting up this salami back here with this plastic knife is not easy. My hand hurts.
Does it?
Yeah. So I finally finished cutting up this salami. This sucker right here was not the easiest thing in the world to cut with this plastic knife. Dave's got the pickle cut up. You've got, oh man, you really diced up those jalapenos.
Yeah, that's more of the topping.
All right, so let's put that right here. I'm going to go ahead and add this into the Pyrex, and we're going to fry this in the microwave. Now talk to me about what we're going to do with this. We're going to add this into our refried beans.
We're going to add some of it to the refried beans, and some of it's going to go on the top, you know, for looks.
So we're going to really dress this thing up. I'm going to go ahead and microwave this right now.
All right, I need another,
Ziploc?
Yeah, I need another Ziploc.
Okay, so you're crushing these up?
Yeah, I'm going to crush these up, and this also is going to go into that.
Do we need the pickle juice anymore?
No, I already used a little bit of it in there. Just a little bit, but you can go ahead and get rid of that. Man, you got weird guys in jail that would be like, hey man, can I drink that? You ain't gonna use that? Let me get that.
I've seen it a lot of times.
Some of these guys, you're like, God, I gotta give them something just so they get the frick out of my hair.
Hey, you wanna drink that pickle juice?
No, here, you can take it, but I wouldn't do it right here. If I were you, I'd go wait.
Hey, you got a cup of coffee too.
I got some toothpaste.
What am I gonna do with that? Hang some pictures on the wall.
Yo, your breath kept swinging on me. I thought we was fighting. All right, this is how you gotta get that cheese. Try to get a lot of that cheese off of the bag. Rub it together.
All right, our meat's fried up, buddy.
Put this the Cheetos right into the refried beans, right where I put the pickle and everything. See this? This is our base. This is our filler. All right, we're gonna go ahead and stir this up. All right, Joe, go ahead and
add some meat.
Yeah, add a little bit of that meat. Get some of that juice in there. There you go. That's good. We'll save the rest to go on top of this thing.
So what about the chili? We still got the chili sitting over here. Should I cook that up?
Cook that up and take, big old hunk of that and like half of it.
Okay.
And try and heat that up. Get that, as hot as we can. We want to see if we can't get that to be able to be poured. Maybe add a little bit of water to it or a pickle juice.
Yeah, the pickle juice will definitely work.
You won't need much.
Is the chili going into that mix right there?
No.
All right.
The chili is going to be the top. All right, so as you can see, this is really having, the consistency is really getting thick. And that's what you want. So that it all holds together.
Oh, God, it almost looks like the bathroom. Oh, my stomach, it hurts.
What do you got in the bathroom, Joe?
Well, like when you go to the bathroom.
Oh, come on, you never talk about poop while you were making food.
Dude,
that looks like poop.
Dude.
It's like you don't talk about when you're making food that
Dude,
looks
my
like...
stomach hurts, man. My stomach, oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God, my stomach.
Dude, did you see the way it hit? And then just, oh, my God. Like, that's how it is. Like, the plug, unplugged. It was like, blah. That reminded me of that time I was in Chicago. Man, let me tell you what.
All right, so we got to get the cheese cooking as well while the chili cooks. We want a big old scoop of the
That's
cheese.
good right there.
Yeah, that's a hefty little scoop. Want some more?
Nah, that's good. Because I'm going to show you what we're going to do with the rest of this cheese.
Add a little bit of pickle juice to this to stretch it.
This is basic. This right here is for, this is also for looks.
For the cheese?
Yeah.
Now, do we need to heat this up or can we just whip it up like this? Because I don't think we need to heat this up. I've never heated up cheese, but if you want me to, I will.
How's that chili look?
Well,
Does it look like the bathroom still?
definitely does.
Oh, great.
All right, so we're putting, what are we doing with the dough? Oh, we got to put something down.
I'll show you why we need this.
Yeah, because this is going to help us wrap this thing.
Yeah, we're going to roll her up.
All right, so you're going to put the dough on top of this bag that we just opened up.
Yep.
And the reason we're putting this bag down first is because after we get this thing flattened out, add the ingredients to this, the bag is going to help us actually roll this thing up.
Absolutely. You gotta get it as even as possible.
So we got our chili ready. We got all of our ingredients ready.
Oh yeah, y'all can see how dough this thing is really just actually looking really good right now.
Ingredient adding time.
This is the first thing we're doing. This is the main ingredient here. And you want to kind of get this
Centered.
yeah, as much as possible. I mean, dealing with me, I'm a little OCD, so that's something else everybody would always say, like, come on, dude, man, just put that stuff together, man. Come on, man. We're
hungry, man. Why you been cooking this meal for 5 hours, man?
Dude, we're just going to eat it.
You missed some spots?
You just want it to be...
There's a spot down there, too, you missed.
Shut up, Joe. All right, next is...
Cheese?
Yeah, but we're going to not use that cheese. We're going to use this cheese.
So we're going to save that cheese?
Mm-hmm. We're just going to spread this on.
So we're going to be using the entire cheese tub or pretty much most of it?
Yeah, pretty much most of it.
That's going to be like the glue right there, what you're putting on.
Yeah, you could, if you wanted to, before you put that centerpiece in, you could have put cheese on the whole thing if you wanted to. But, we got a lot of cheese, so we don't need it. I'm just doing this. This is actually just going to help it hold together and stick.
You want me to hold that while you do it?
Yeah, just keep the board from moving.
And it's really impressive. I can't say this enough just to think that this is only ramen noodle soups right here. There's no crackers in here. It's just the soups that are making this wrap, basically. This dough.
All right, so we'll go ahead and pinch these ends closed. This is where we're gonna put some of this chili on.
And you're gonna dress this thing up pretty fancy at this point, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
we're gonna. That's what the gloves are good for. We're gonna pickle it out. You know, you get your ingredients on this thing. This is brings a lot of the flavor out, man. Spice her up. Put some of the
jalapenos
on this thing. We don't have much sausage to do this. This is really just for looks. People are like, oh.
And I'm gonna continue whipping up your cheese so you got a nice dressing like cheese.
All right, Joe. Open this up. Put it in a bag and just crush up a nice handful.
Okay.
This is basically, call these the crunchies. We're gonna just put this on the top of this thing, like so.
So this is it.
Got your prison log. It probably costs you about $20, but 4 guys are gonna eat this thing, and it's $5 a piece.
So from there, now's the fun part.
This is where we get to try this sucker out.
So you say we're gonna cut this into pieces?
Look, I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna slice her up.
I get some plates. I got some plates right here. Cody, you're gonna eat this one, ain't you?
Mm-hmm. I'll eat this.
Cody is starving just like we are.
Now lift up the back end of it so it's kind of.
Wow, everything's. That piece right there weighs about a pound.
I mean, that's what we're making. We call them logs, ladies and gentlemen. We call them logs. Now you can make this, and we just were using the things that we have, you know, in jail.
Right.
But shoot, you can make this with
Anything.
Yo, the best way, I've made one of these after jail before.
You can put a steak inside there.
Dude, Steakums is so good inside of this thing.
You know, that's what we ought to do. We ought to make some prison meals where we use ingredients we wish we could have got while locked up.
That sounds like a good idea.
Like some ahi tuna, some cream brulee. Let's see what this thing tastes like. Dave, I do want to say before we even taste this, man, thank you for sharing this recipe with us, for taking the time to cook this. Because I don't know how long this video is going to come out being, but we've spent about 2 hours preparing this meal. We really took a lot of time to really make this thing just like how you would make.
That's what we would do. Like I said, this is where I heard the freaking, you know, or this is where I told the Chicago story the first time. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, you're cooking, you're hanging with the guys that you're in there, you're bidding with, and this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty much the same thing. It's me, you, and Cody. We bid every day. We just hung out and made us a prison log, and now we're about to enjoy it together.
Well,
so everybody take a bite.
Let's see what this thing tastes like. Shout out to Dave for making this.
Now, if you would taste this, how you say it, Joe? If you would eat this, leave a comment.
Boom! What the? I'm kidding. Oh my God. So much flavor. It's so thick in my mouth. I mean, wait.
Gay Joe.
No, it's really good. It's really, really good. You ever seen that show? It's called like Dives, Diners, and Drive-Thrus or something with the guy Ferrero or whatever.
Oh yeah, I like Guy's cool.
Every time he tries some food, he always says something like crazy after. He's like, "What? My God, that was like an M16 grenade round went off in my throat." Good God, I feel like I just got throated.
Great. Now I got a piece of rice in my sinus cavity.
Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Dave, again, thank you for taking the time to make this meal. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did so, please leave a like and a comment letting us know exactly what you thought about this. As always, until next time, I've got rice and beans all in my teeth.
Enjoy life.
The free world. And make the most of every day.